He is a sociopathic predator. He thinks he's done nothing wrong. I wish just one person would have stood up and said no more.
Oprah on Twitter over her past associations with some controversial men, being pals with Harvey Weinstein.
Because so many people had so many chances to put a stop to this.
Rose McGOWAN has been destroyed by Hollywood. After exposing Harvey Weinstein, everyone turned on her, even the New York Times, who ultimately shared her story. She was so hated by society that she had to run away to Mexico for her safety. And even now, there are enemies in Hollywood who are out to get her. So let's get into it. Hollywood is a tough place to be, and the people in charge don't make it any easier. It's part of the reason why Rose McGOWAN pretty much started the Me Too movement by exposing Harvey Weinstein. Now, Rose was once a celebrated Hollywood actress best known for her roles in Charmed and Scream, but her life took a dramatic turn after she became one of the first women to publicly accuse Harvey Weinstein of all the nastiness we know now. As a leading voice in the Me Too movement, Rose's allegations helped expose the systematic abuse of power in the entertainment industry, but speaking out came at a personal cause, because not only do the elites and the powerful people in Hollywood don't want to be associated with Harvey Weinstein, they also don't want to be associated with Rose. In the years followed, Rose McGOWAN has distanced herself from the industry that once embraced her, reinventing herself as an activist and author. Now, a lot of people have praised Rose over the years for her standing up against the system, while other people have criticized her, and a lot of you guys have requested me to do an update video on where the hell is Rose McGOWAN. Now, the Me Too movement exploded when an article from the New York Times exposed Harvey Weinstein for paying off victims of harassment and other things. Allegedly, Rose was one of his victims. She was given $100,000 to never speak about this again. Now, at the time, she thought that she accepting that $100,000 meant that she was in an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, so she can't speak of it. But when she went and looked at the finer print, she realized that there was no NDA, so she could speak about her own story.
Then I found out quickly that he was offering to anybody he'd done this to $1 million. That was his number, that was his standard offer. And you had to sign a non-disclosure agreement, which means you cannot talk to your therapist, your boyfriend, your mom, anybody in your life for the rest of your life. You cannot tell them this monstrous thing happened to you. So I was like, I'm gonna trick him. So I played really dumb and requested $100,000 in return for not signing an NDA. So I became very quickly his #1 enemy, because then the movies I had done that hadn't come out yet hit, and I got very famous very quickly. So then I'm dangerous to him.
Now, before she came out in the Me Too movement, Rose hinted at this incident with Harvey Weinstein in 2015 while interviewing with BuzzFeed. She said, quote, "Someone blacklisted me in the industry and I couldn't get a job in movies. However, it wasn't until Harvey had been exposed by Rose that she felt like she could freely speak."
All these journalists from both, from anywhere from the New York Times to the Inquirer to People to Us Weekly, any of these kind of things, he would say, he would option one of their stories they'd written and say, I'm going to turn this into a movie. I'm going to win you a lot of Oscars. Oh, by the way, here's my hit list. If this person ever appears like on a red carpet or there's a paparazzi photo of them, write the most disparaging, disgusting stuff. He had a list. I was #1 on his list with a red line through my name. And he was not wrong. I am a very formidable enemy.
So Rose was blackballed from the movie industry, which is kind of expected. When you speak out, especially as a woman, you're just labeled difficult to work with. But following her successful run on Charmed, which comment below any Charmed fans, Rose McGOWAN continued acting for some time. She landed a double role in 2007 with Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez's Grindhouse, in which she played Pam in Dead Proof and Cherry Darling. So 2 roles. But that was pretty much the final high point of Rose's career. Ever since then, she's just gone downhill. Rose explained her current perception of Hollywood, saying, "That town is really built on sickness. Very early on, I looked at the power structure, the figureheads, the silence, the closed rings. Nobody tells. It operates like a cult." You know that moment when you're stressed, zoning out, or just trying to fit in, so your hand goes and automatically reaches for something out of habit? I've been there, and that's why I want to put you onto something better, which is Fume. It's a flavored air device. It's not an e-cig, it's not a vape, and it's definitely not some sketchy chemical cloud. It's 100% nicotine-free, vapor-free, and believe it or not, it's smoke-free as well. You literally just draw in natural, delicious flavor, and that's it. No batteries, no charging, and no mess. I personally love their
spearmint ice. It's clean, refreshing, and it keeps my mouth and hands busy without me even thinking about it. And the device itself, it's super sleek, it's magnetic, and it's fun to fidget with. I didn't anticipate a fidget feature going this hard, but here we are. Fume gives you something to replace the habit, whatever that habit is. There's no judgment with Fume. It's all about having something to go to that's better than what you were doing before, and it doesn't cause harm. Over 500,000 people have already made the switch, and now it's your chance to try it too. And guess what? When you grab a journey pack and you use my code Sloan, you will get their free Fume topper. You don't want to miss out. I have to say, it's like the ultimate accessory to elevate your Fume experience. So go to tryfume.com/Sloan. Use my code Sloan, and trust me, you won't regret it. Thank you, Fume, for sponsoring this video, and enjoy.
Rose actually grew up in the religious Children of God cult, which she escaped with her family when she was 18. And she actually compares that cult that she was involved in, which sounds insane. Also, shout out to anyone who's in the cults. Comment below. Have you ever been in a cult? But she says that Hollywood is very similar.
It operates in secrecy, and most people think that what happens in Hollywood, it's just, that's Hollywood, it's over there. But it goes out to the world. You know, it's the messaging system for our minds. It's the mirror we're given to look into from such an early age. And it's a really narrow group of people making these films. And so it's a mirror that's really, it's like a messed up mirror. Here's what you are as a man, here's what you are as a girl, here's what you are as a woman, here's what you are as a boy. And it twists your head, and you have to be really, really careful when you're there. And I think people need to be careful even when they're casually watching movies or TV. Start looking at the information they're giving you.
Now, the same year that the Me Too movement really picked up in 2018, she released her memoir. Now, her book was titled Brave, and she went in. She shared the emotional abuse that she suffered on film sets, and she also detailed the SA that Harvey Weinstein had put her through. She also gave us the truth behind her plastic surgery. In this book, Rose exposes what she says is Hollywood's exploitation of young actresses. Let's talk about what happened with Harvey. It happened in 1997 at the Sundance Film Festival. She previously accused Harvey of the R word on Twitter, but had gone into more detail about the incident in her book. Rose refers to Harvey only as the monster in the book and writes that she was sent up to his suite in Park City, Utah, where she thought they were going to have a meeting about her career. Instead, she says Harvey pulled her into a room with a jacuzzi and took her clothes off, causing Rose to freeze like a statue. She then writes that the producer sat her on the side of the jacuzzi and performed things, did some oral things to her. Ew, gross. It's too early for this. He moans loudly. Through my tears, I see his semen flowing on top of the bubbles. Ew! Rose says that she told some people who counseled me to see it as something that would help my career in the long run, and was allegedly told by a criminal attorney that she wouldn't be believed if she pressed charges. Rose says that she heard Harvey was calling people after the alleged attack and telling them not to work with her anymore. She said, it seemed like every creep in Hollywood knew about my most vulnerable and violated moment, and I was the one who was punished for it, which is so effing sick. She was put in that position, and now everyone's like shunning her away. It's just like an open secret that Harvey is this creep.
I went to the management office of my managers at that time, and the head manager, they were very powerful. I said to him, you know, what happened? And I was like, you know, shell-shocked and like, bleh. And the first thing out of his mouth, God damn it, I just had an LA Times expose on him killed. He owes it to me not to do this. Whoa. And then I was like, that's when I started figuring out everybody was in on it.
Honestly, it makes me think about the Diddy situation and how there are so many players involved because everyone knows. A spokesperson for Harvey Weinstein previously told People magazine that they deny any allegations, that everything was consensual. Have you looked at Harvey Weinstein? I don't think anyone's consenting to be with him. No offense, but yes, offense. So clearly Rose McGOWAN is traumatized from everything she's been through, especially with how Hollywood had treated her. And this article shares that she actually shaved her head in an effort to minimize her sex appeal. She wrote in her book, the ideal version of a woman is sold to you by every actress in a hair commercial telling you that this is the secret to getting the man you want. Long, glossy, Kardashian-like hair that says, F me, big boy. Oh gosh. Which is why she decided to go bald, which bald is a look. We love the balds. In 2018, Rose did an interview on Jeremy Vine on 5 to promote her book, and she explained why she used an image of her head being shaved on the book's cover. It's just a symbol of freedom. I just think there's something so powerful about a woman no longer wanting hair. as I alluded to earlier, I feel like a lot of people in Hollywood knew what Diddy was up to. And the same goes for Harvey Weinstein. Actually, Rose called out people like Ben Affleck and Jeff Bezos as being people who are fully aware of what this man is capable of and has been doing. In a 2019 interview with The Guardian, she spoke candidly about how she feels like she deserved more recognition for exposing Harvey Weinstein. "I've been called out as one of the first to speak out," she says. "I called the New York Times. I blew it wide open, not them. They won awards for this article, but she's the one who's hard up on money. It's disgusting. It was kind of grossed out how much they enjoyed being lauded." So the New York Times, they were really excited to release this piece, but really the person who suffered at the end of the day was Rose. I found an old clip that Rose had posted on social media, a little happy birthday message that I wanted to throw in here.
Happy birthday, Harvey Weinstein. I told you we'd be coming. I told you 20 years ago if I heard of you doing this to another girl or woman, we would come for you. I would come for you. Happy birthday. From all of us. We win.
Comments read, "Such a baddie, I can't stan Rose McGOWAN." Another comment reads, "Next, Oprah and Naomi Campbell." Finally,
recently called out Oprah on Twitter over her past associations with some controversial men. Rose wrote, quote, "From being pals with Harvey Weinstein to abandoning and destroying Russell Simmons' victims, she is about supporting a sick power structure for personal gain. She is as fake as they come." And just to refresh your memory, music producer Russell Simmons has been accused at least 15 women. Last year, Oprah pulled out of a documentary that's highlighting their stories because she and the filmmakers apparently did not see eye to eye on that project. And as for her former friendship with Harvey Weinstein, Oprah had said that she did not know about the accusations from women, including Rose, only that she had heard he was a bully.
Another comment reads, "Rose McGowan is the only celebrity that I can view with so much respect." And Rose has been a crucial figure for other people who have exposed celebrities like Evan Rachel Wood with her claims against Marilyn Manson. Now, I want to note that I believe these Marilyn Manson charges or these allegations have been dropped, but let's just go ahead and uncover this piece. Rose actually dated Marilyn Manson back in the 90s through 1997 until 2001, but they ultimately called off their engagement due to lifestyle differences. After delving a little deeper, the actor admitted that her cocaine use was an issue in their relationship. Marilyn Manson later went on to date Evan Rachel Wood between 2007 and 2010. In 2020, she accused him of harming her multiple times. Many turned their attention to Rose McGowan, wondering if she had been a victim as well, because she had dated him for about 4 years. She says, "When he was with me, he was not like that, but that has no bearing on whether he was like that with others or after." Essentially supporting her, but also acknowledging that she never had that experience.
Only sad today and disgusted, but I am mostly proud. Proud of Evan Rachel Wood and the others who've come forward against Marilyn Manson, my ex. When he was with me, he was not like that, but that has no bearing on whether he was like that with others before or after. It takes time to come forward. And again, I am proud of these women and anybody who stands against an abuser.
Now, because Rose is calling out everyone, she needs to protect herself. And that's why she moved to Mexico, and she has no plan of returning. She moved to Mexico City, which I've heard is beautiful. I've never been to Mexico City. Comment below if you guys have been. But she announced in February 2021 that she would be there permanently, that she received a residency card. She claims her decision was driven by a desire for healing, safety, and a more peaceful way of life. Rose recalled her father's advice that when you need healing, go to Mexico, and she found comfort in the country's gentler environment. She's also cited Mexico's kindness and safety as key factors in her move, noting that her lost belongings had been returned multiple times, something that she found reassuring compared to her experiences in the US. Honestly, healing in Mexico, like on a beach, sounds amazing. I know Mexico City doesn't have any beaches, but I do believe she lived in Tulum at some point as well. She said, quote, "I just need distance from stupid people. At the end of the day, it's very toxic in Hollywood. The climate, the mental health, it's so sad. And I want to live close to my enemy, if you will." Which I have to say, I love Los Angeles. I know everyone has a different opinions. I personally love it. I mean, I grew up kind of in suburbia, and I've never felt more accepted. I love the weather. It's warm all the time. There are also really great people out there. I think that we see the bad part of the industry, but I think about people I've met, my best friend Spill Sesh, there are so many amazing people I've been connected with, and we do YouTube, and we're in the same field. So while I understand why she has that experience, I just like my initial reaction. I'm like, I guess it depends when you get to a certain level. I'm over here with my, my little old YouTube, not my little old YouTube channel. We got 1 million subscribers over here, but yeah, I have never been in that world, so I can't imagine what she feels like. And especially being a celebrity too, like going out and probably being noticed all the time and things like that, it's got to weigh on you. Rose has also opened up about her depression. In June 2021, she posted an update on her Instagram story saying, "Depression is an intense beast. If you read my book, I speak openly about depression, trauma, PTSD. I speak of my history with a mind that wants me to sleep forever. It blocks the sun for so many of us." Which I actually relate to that so hard. When I get depressed, I just want to sleep. Just sleep it off until things change, which is so unhealthy. I'm in therapy for it, but you guys, I'm sure there are people out there who are like, are you a depressed eater? Are you a depressed sleeper? There are some people who they get depressed and stressed and they can't sleep. I'm like, oh, that's the opposite of me. I'll just be like falling asleep as soon as I start getting stressed. Understandably, Rose's personal experiences have weighed heavily on her. However, she wanted to put out the message that those who deal with mental health issues aren't alone. She added that she herself wants to know that she isn't alone as well. Rose's message to her fans concluded with a note, "But what I know is that there will be light again, and the day will come when the weight of sadness will disappear and we will raise our faces to the sun." Thanks again to Fume for sponsoring this video. Go to tryfume.com/Sloan. Remember to use my code Sloan to go and get your free topper with your journey pack. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching this video, and thank you for requesting this video. My email is SloanWellKnown@gmail.com. Email me anytime. I love to hear from you guys, and I'll see you in a new video soon. Bye guys.